Airing on Channels TV last night, explaining how the Abuja leadership that you will lead on emerged. And even though there are talks, side talks, if I would say, about what should happen next and the likes of that, we will see how things are going. The APC governors gathered at the secretariat to meet alongside with the chairman of the party. Their conversation was interesting. They provide insight into what it will mean to lead at the center, the federal level, and what they will do at the state level. Take a listen to some of the things that was said there in that meeting. Uzodinma did speak, the governor there of Imo State, alongside many other governors. Here we go. Take a listen.
This is Morning Crossfire.
As loyal party people, we're here to answer your call. May God bless you. Standing before you to introduce to you our new chairman that we elected unanimously. Thank you very much. I want to for the enablement of our being part of today as is good. We are living and we enjoy the part of this interaction with our daughters. We are thanking God. I want to double my gratitude to Almighty God, appreciation of God for the mercies He bestowed on our party, for the victory that He gave us, the victory that produced all of the daughters seated before us this evening. We thank May God be our light. May His light shine in your path as we settle down to administering our people and bring in good governance to their doorsteps.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Well, that was the APC chairman telling them, do well. Uzodinma was there, Malam Buni was there, Kogi State Governor present as well, Dasha Yabelu, Nasarawa State Governor present as well, and some new faces, some new governors as well were in the forum there yesterday, just leading on. I see Bauchi Governor as well in attendance, and so many other, I think that was Bauchi Governor anyway. Okay, quick one. The faces are changing, forgive me, 28 new faces and the names to recognize almost within few days of the inauguration. That brings you so much point of interest. I would see how things will play out in that arena and how things would definitely unfold in days to come. Meanwhile, just to mention that the new governor of Rivers State, Fumbara, decided to hold back 4 of the officials of the Rivers State outgoing governor. He kept 4 people in their various positions. A similar experience was done in Kaduna State, where the new governor, Sani Uba, decided to keep some of the key staff already that worked with former Governor El-Rufai in that very state. Just to mention as well that the deputy governor of Kaduna State served with El-Rufai, and then she gets to serve with Uba Sani as well, in that role as deputy governor in Kaduna State. Now, yesterday weekend was also confirmed with the chieftaincy title, just to mention that in passing, and has been providing advice for the new governor of Rivers State, Fubara. Take a listen to his viewpoint on what he should do on leadership, adversity, and dealing with political enemies. Oh yes, this man should listen to his advice.
This is Morning Crossfire.
I saw love, I saw unity amongst our people. I sincerely thank you. This list, personalities, my Lord the Bishop of David Diocese, he had encountered so many things we did, but he also forgot that the church played a major role, and what we can say today, we have succeeded. The church played a major role. The difference has been made. Today, our state is peaceful. Look at the kind of transition, as if just all came down. All the evil plots by the enemies didn't work. our transition was so smooth. So smooth. And before the church, 80% of those who come to you are coming with something different. Something different. They are selfish interests. You're a very good example of what happened to us. Those that will be brought to the forefront, who were nothing again. They had died politically. We brought them to the front seat. They started being human beings again. I was this, is it I am this. I was and I am, is it the same? It's not the same. We brought them. They were sitting very in front as if they get paid to me. They are my parents. But they were the best people. After benefiting from everything, they were the first people who stabbed us. Who stabbed us? They were the first people who are in for EFCC against you. That is the kind of politicians you see. Immediately you emerge. Yes. They didn't know that. 20 steps ahead of them.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Well, he's counting the steps in which he is ahead of his enemies, maybe not literally, but it has a way to keep things going as we would have it. After the break, we'll get to talk more about the fuel subsidy. It's turning to very close and focused subjects of deregulation. Who gets to set the price? Can the price be set? Should the price be set in the first place? That's my focus this very morning as I ask you the key questions around this. What do we do next? If the prices start to range, it's a period which, by the way, we've had ranging before. If you've never understood it, there was a time we had the price of fuel at 162 all the way to about 175 or thereabout. I think eventually the selling price was about 165 or thereabout, okay? Then we went on from that range to about 195 as we would have it. So the government before had increased the price of fuel progressively and augmenting at some point in time, saying we have removed subsidy, but then they say how to augment at some point in time, not to create chaos in which the way they have, but it doesn't stop the fact that reality on ground is that there's chaos on the ground. There's much chaos to deal with left, right, and center. Prices of food, prices of transportation have taken on so much of a new price. Somebody did say to me this morning, said, Area 1 to Kuje is now 1,000 naira. Area 1 to Lugbe is 500 naira. That's the price somebody did take vehicle yesterday. Just so much more with regards to this. And I can tell you, somebody paid 800 naira from National Hospital to Kubwa this afternoon. And Momizi this morning did say from Buhari to town is 1,200 naira. Let's mix all this in. Who sets the price of fuel? And then who sets the price of our new reality along the lines of many other areas? These are things to wonder about. These are realities to deal with. And yes, you can't shy away from many of this. But on a lighter note, let me say this to you. Somebody said, breaking news. A car just fainted at the petrol station after seeing the price of fuel. A car fainted. Okay, no alarm. I'll be back to take your calls and your messages after the break. This is Morning Crossfire. Right here on Nigeria Info. Oh boy. I'm often asked, why do I do a political show? Well, it has to be because of one of my favorite political quotes, the Gessner philosophy. And it says, the right leaders feel a sense of urgency in good times and bad, whether facing threat or opportunity. No matter what, they are obsessed, afflicted with a creative compulsion and inner drive for progress, burning hot coals in the stomach that remains constant, whether facing threat or opportunity. This is what I also believe, that there's a sense of urgency that needs to be done with every right leader. And that is why I do the show. This, I believe.
I am Femi D. Amele.
5.1 Nigeria Info.
New shows, new host, new reality.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
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 It's time to.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
This message is brought to you by the Afghan.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria 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 Info.
The NLC, this is price increase, not subsidy remover. Government can't claim to remove subsidy and still fix price. This is another government scam like the previous increase in the price from 87 naira to 145 naira by Buhari administration. That's according to him there, reacted to this set of stories as well. Okay. Sticking up with other stories, I'm seeing through with messages coming in on various ways. By the way, today is World Tobacco Day. Today is World Tobacco Day. Remember, tobacco is harmful. Too much in your system will kill you. There's no other nice way to say it. Sorry, I said it that way. That's the way to have it done. And congratulations, by the way, to the Rosary College Onitsha. Yes, Rosary College, Queen of the Rosary College Onitsha. They did come second, and they just concluded World Affairs Challenge, a competition, international competition for high school students aimed at developing their own smart. Okay, they did come second as well in this sense, and we're following through with that as well. All right, now just to mention, and I will take the course immediately after this. The $5 million bribe allegation that is started some time ago against the former governor of Kano State. The FCC have received a petition against Ganduje with regards to this. That's coming true as well. That's something in the news that we thought you should let you know that it's already making it into the round. All right, let's go to your phone lines. Let's go to the phone lines and take your calls this very morning and your viewpoints to some of this latest information I've added on. The view of the NLC, the view of the TUC, the view of the government, the deregulation, yes, price setting as some would say, and well, regulating or not regulating. Oh dear. And of course, the ghost interventions are expected to come into play. There's going to be interventions, but what would they be? Why is it taking so long to formulate such? And why is it not in play? If so much so, action needed to be taken and it is being taken. Where are the interventions and what is keeping them from coming to be even now? Going to the phone lines, 07009510000. That's the telephone number you can reach me on this very morning, okay? That's 07009510000. If you're on, the alternative line is 08095974869. And on WhatsApp, it's 08099930137. We're streaming live, by the way, on YouTube and on Facebook at this time. So if you have comments that you want to drop by there, please go ahead, do it. Drop your comments for us as we have it on any of our platforms. That's either on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja, there you find us, or on YouTube on the same address, okay? It's the 1st of June, okay? Wow. Somebody said, Femi, hope you've eaten. I see you yawning. Great job there, brother me. It's not easy talking continuously. So allow me to yawn my yawn. Is it your yawning? I'm in yawn my yawn. Okay. Going back to the phone lines. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Hello. Good morning.
How are you?
Oh boy, it's tough to hear you. Are you there? That's not staying true. All right, let's wait for the cost to reconnect and maybe even be better. Yes, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Femi D.
How are you today?
Happy New Month.
Same to you. Welcome to the show.
Nothing break the news like the news.
And we can prove it. Welcome, dear friend.
Yes, my name is Salasi.
All right, Salasi.
I want to talk about this fuel subsidy or thing. As far as I'm concerned, or we all know, all the three major presidential candidates promised that they will remove subsidy. Atiku promised that he will remove subsidy. Peter Obi promised that, in fact, it won't even last for a day, he will remove the subsidy. And this Tinubu promised to remove subsidy. All these are the campaign promises being made. But I see it as do you know that the outgoing, the former president said Nigeria will miss him. That is what he has cooked for Nigeria. He was a minister of petroleum for the past 8 years. Nothing was done for our refinery. And even with the promises of campaign that they are going to be building refineries, nothing was done. He was there for the past 8 years. He had done nothing about. Even when they came into power, I think our refinery were working, 35% to 50%. All of a sudden, our refinery stopped work. And look at what now. He wants Nigerians to see the incoming administration as bad government for what they have already planned. So for this one subsidy, I expect that NNPC don't have to control the price. Since they say it has been removed, they should allow the market forces to determine the price. I'm expecting the fuel price will be around 700 or 800. Do you know how much is diesel? How much is kerosene? Because they have fully removed subsidy for kerosene and diesel. So by the time NNPC fully remove subsidy for this PMMs, I'm telling you, the price will be around that 700 or 800. We shouldn't depend on Dangote. Dangote is a businessman. He's not a charity organization. He is there to make money. He invests his money to make money. So with the even coming of Dangote refinery, I don't see the fuel prices going down. The most important thing, the palliative that I want the government should have done is that to make our refinery works. If our refinery works, I'm telling you, there will be a little sucker in the output of the prices. But without our refinery working, we will keep paying this huge amount of money. Now good day.
Now good day to you too as well. Dauda Idako on Facebook said, keep up the good work. James Vick says, great job. Keep up the good work, says Osatu Emmanuel Obafemi as well this very morning as they've written in their comments. We've got many more comments and also phone calls coming through at this time. I've never been able to finish up with the messages. I feel bad when I have to let go of the messages that I do have coming in this very morning. All right, well, here's another phone call coming in, okay? Good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Dr. Femi Amele.
Yes, welcome.
Good morning, world class Dr. Femi D. Amele.
Yes, good morning.
Humble South, Abubakar Ali, aka Tinubu, calling from PW Kubwa. Permit me quickly to congratulate the incoming Senate President of the 10th Assembly, Senator Ojuzo Kalu. I want to thank the President and the party for doing the needful. Mr. Femi D, this subsidy issue, I think I may stop talking about it because each time I talk about it, I will receive 3-4 calls. People are besting me, my friends and family, since they don't understand what it is. What is it about it? We have been talking about refineries. Mr. Femi D, if this refinery would have been fixed since 1999 to date, it would have been fixed. There are people that don't want it to be fixed because as long as those refineries are fixed, money for subsidy will go naturally. There are people that are collecting money for turnaround maintenance and maintaining nothing. What are they maintaining? There are people that are feeding on that place despite that place not coming.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you the same question that I was asking Ogamaji Dairu on TV yesterday. I interviewed him on TV yesterday, and I was asking him. I said, so if it's so much so that people were corrupt and taking things, why can't they be identified once and for all? And their effort, or should I say, their cover on this, exterminated completely. Why can't that be done? As part of fight against corruption? Why not starting off with that as against starting off with the price?
Good question. Good question, Mr. Femi D. Amale. If those guys were to be identified, you cannot tell me that from Obasanjo to Buhari, they don't have those capacity to identify them. It is very, very difficult to identify someone.
Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult to identify somebody you give a contract to? Think about it. Even the NSC president says, so after NPT, who else are you going to name as part of the guys who you're doing stuff with? Even the NSC president wondered about
Mr.
it.
Femi, Mr. President, you are confusing me already. There are things that are not just, you cannot just give mere explanation. It is only those who are in-house people that can give you valid explanation and valid reasons as to why some of these things have to go. Mr. Femi, I'm not a broadcast journalist. I'm not an air personality. There are things that only you know the best answer to. You understand?
I understand you.
As regards the aspect, they are saying why SNPC Limited is still the regulator. So they are the one that will give they did not fix the price. They only gave the range.
For their own, but the other guys who are influencing the others, we do not know. That's the point I'm making. Okay, I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm not putting you on the spot.
NPC are giving us their own range. Let those other importers give us their own range too. I don't know why we are trying to create problem when there's no problem.
There is a problem. No. Don't let's mix it up. Just because we're discussing it the way we are doesn't mean that it's an absence of a problem. There is a problem. If you're telling me
it's a problem, no doubt about that. It's a big problem for that matter.
If Jonathan couldn't fix it and we say, oh, Jonathan was not good enough, and he said, no, you remember me you missed me in office, and Buhari also says something like that, I think. And then Tinubu has come in and day one, he has not been able to identify who he's dealing with and who is it dealing with at the end of the day. So who is picking up on the contracts, once the pipelines have been broken. I mean, these are very, if you're going to be fixing something in the most holistic term, that's in every area of it, then fix it all around. Who am I reading from now? Okay, let me take this call first. Okay, this is State Tree. Good morning, Femi. There are sad times in Nigeria. These are sad times in Nigeria. Somehow the government in the past few years have managed to push the ordinary Nigerian to the fringes where it should be the core of governance. We placed the cart before the horse. The government knows how critical fuel subsidy is to our economy on all sides. They had all the time after the elections. Shouldn't they have set up a team that will, one, work out the impact that would change, that will have change on transportation from July, give people an idea when the price will go down, or will it defy gravity like every other thing in Nigeria? 3, use June to implement some of the policies that will lighten the load. 4, show us the funds saved, where the funds are saved and where it to be channeled, health, education, etc. That's according to Nikki there. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Femi.
Yes, good morning. Good to have you on. What's your name, sir?
Lulu.
Bello.
Yeah.
Welcome, Bello.
Yeah, thank you. From my experience in Nigeria, all the while I've been here, hearing everything about fuel subsidy. Every time fuel has been, fuel subsidy has been removed, what happens? At the end of the day, they still bring it back. You understand? And somehow, probably they reshuffle the old guys and put in their own people, to benefit from, that regime, well subsidy regime. And this has been happening time and time over again. So I don't expect anything new from what they are doing, And also, why it has been difficult to identify these people is because at the end of the day, the monies that are being siphoned are used for campaigns, are used to fund elections of different parties. So it's normal, it's the same game over and over again. So that's why it's always difficult.
Makes sense.
So I don't expect anything new, really.
All right. Well,
at the end of the day, maybe fuel might go up to 700, then government will come, okay, you know what, let's reduce it to 300 or 400, then pay out subsidies to, there need to be new set of people that will inherit the subsidy regime. That's the game. It has always been like this right from time. So I don't expect anything new.
All right. Well, thanks so much for your viewpoint on this. Okay. We have more comments coming in this very morning about this. I will just spend a few minutes just wading through some of the things you've written in. Kahama John says, Femi, please, let's all enjoy this great nation. We are all trekking and united in this cause. PDP, APC, Labour Party is all trekking. And I'm happy no one is left out. Kama's Ward writes it in. It's a Vicky Boy says, I nearly used leg come back from work yesterday. Peter says, keep up the good work. Okay, thank you for that as well. Those are messages from Facebook. Good morning, family. Remember NNPC sold importer, so they determine the price. There's no market deregulation. Master from Cuba there expressing his point of view around this very morning as we would have it. Opulent from Buhari says, good morning. Word to Tinubu as few high throws Nigerians into confusion. Tinubu or no Tinubu, God will reset Nigeria to normal. We shall be free from hardship. We shall be free from hardship and corruption and kidnapping and bad governance. Opulent from Buhari did write that in. Good morning, Femi D. This other message says, good morning, Femi. At the risk of sounding that someone holding briefs for the government, I do address issues from a pragmatic point of view. So my thought is that, I'm trying to get back to where you are. So my thought is that though the timing is wrong, but this may help us to unravel the mystery behind the whole shenanigan behind the actual volume of PMS we consume daily and the amount paid, 18 billion daily. My advice, however, is that the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should see to it that all the refineries are up and running so that the cost of production of PMS will be so low, there won't be any need for any subsidies. My humble opinion there, Sam Oluyemi from Massacre did write that in. Let's break it off and speak to the team from Baruch this very morning. Thank you all for all the messages you've written in at this time. Let's take on this. Thank you so much.
This is Morning.
This is Nigeria Info.